You know, last night when you sent me that text message, like, dude, they found the most mysterious song. I was
Oh
laying in
yeah.
bed and I was like, what?
Dude, that was literally me. I was just like going upstairs here and I'm like, I just checked Reddit and I see the headline, most of your song on the internet has been found. And I said, no, you're fucking kidding me. And then
Yeah.
I actually like opened the link, listened to it a bit. I'm like, holy crap, this is it. This is like the biggest find in all of Lost Wave and all of like Lost in Media of the last like, geez, I don't know, 20 years of the internet.
So I
Woo.
think I think it was 2007.
Yeah, it was 2007. This is recorded by a German teenager sometime in the 80s. This kid, Darius, his name was Darius. He would basically record stuff off the radio, like some certain songs he liked.
Yeah, he
There's
make
one,
mixtapes.
yeah, mixtapes. Like, that's what they did back in the day, kids. It wasn't a playlist, it was a
That's what
freaking
I used to
mixtape.
do.
Yeah, yeah, I used to do
Dude,
that with like burn CDs, you know.
well, I think his
Um,
sister uploaded all of his tapes to YouTube. Or no.
yeah, so
To
this started,
the internet. It wasn't
yeah,
YouTube yet.
Usenet. There's like What's That Song and other sort of like music-based forum sites of like the mid to late 2000s. Because it started
Yeah.
all in about 2007.
And most of them were easily identifiable. I remember
Yeah,
seeing the list at one point, like Billy Idol was on there.
there
Most
The
of them
Cure
were,
was on there.
yeah, just songs everybody knows. But then some people called it Like the Wind, some people called it Blind the Wind. That was mixed in there, and nobody could figure out this fucking song.
Mhm.
And Reddit was relentless, man.
They actually contacted the radio station and one of the DJs who he was like one of the hosts back in the 80s. They tried to
Yeah,
ask him if he remembered ever playing the song, but honestly, how can you remember a song
yeah,
you played like 40 fucking years ago? It was like maybe you
on
just
like
played
a
someone's demo and you're like, oh whatever, done. You know, like they even went through like the archives of the radio logs of this radio station that kept like a lot of their stuff preserved, and they still couldn't find it. Then it just literally like so many different leads happened. They're like, okay, they're like they found out the actual synthesizer that was used on this track. They could
yeah,
nail it, pinpoint it to a year or
yeah,
something, you know. And they're like, oh, maybe this Darius kid had this sort of recorder thing that was released in 1984, so it has to have been in this year. So
yeah.
they're just going through different years based on that through the archives of this radio station and all the logs
I do
that
want to
was
make a
there.
note. The keyboard thing. Keep in mind the keyboard part of this story because that's going to come into play not majorly at the end of the story, but it's going to appear again. The what's it called?
The
Uh,
Yamaha DX7.
DX7. Okay, so remember the Yamaha DX7 keyboard. Years go by,
Mhm.
false leads, people saying they know who it is. And even at one point, some band was smart enough to put their song on Shazam
Yeah, 'cause
to
it showed up a
where,
username, some random username, and a lot of
yeah,
people were actually covering the song. They're like, "Oh, probably won't be ever found. We get a free cover. I don't know, you don't have to pay any royalties and shit." Because like I saw it's now registered like part of like the German sort of copyright thing now. So this lead, they were looking at like a festival that this radio station put on around the same time in the mid '80s with a lot of up and coming bands or you know,
now
and
hang
then they,
on.
yeah,
Tell them the name of the festival.
well, it's Horfest, but it's spelled like
Uh,
HOR. It's not Horfest. It's like Horfest. I don't.
I know I said I'm not doing any more festivals, but I'll go to Horfest.
Horfest over Beer Fest. Person on Reddit came across an old newspaper article researching bands that played at this festival, and he found this band called Fex. They won a talent contest September 1984, and they were at the Horfest festival in '83. Um, and then he got in touch with some of these guys who were still around, and they were not aware of any of this happening.
I mean, I don't see how you're not aware, but I guess they're older, so they don't live on
Yeah,
the internet like we do.
yes, these guys were not aware of it until you know this Reddit user came to them, and then talked about this lost song, and then one of the members of Fex sent him basically their original demo tape from 1984. So it's got the most mysterious song on the internet plus two other ones.
Yeah. And we've learned that the name of the most mysterious song on the internet is Subways of Your Mind.
Which is literally right in the course of the song, and like people
I
didn't think of
know.
that. Come
I don't
on.
think anybody could understand what he was saying right
That's
there.
true. I think on the original tape recording, it wasn't the best, but
Yeah,
now finally listening to, like, this, like, discovered version in at least a
yeah.
somewhat decent quality, you can definitely hear the
Oh
lyrics a lot
yeah.
more now.
I've listened to this thing like 50 times today because this
You
just
and I
happened
both, man.
last night.
Literally last night, at least when I saw it. It probably happened sometime yesterday during the day.
Well, the other two songs are Heart in Danger
Mhm.
and Talking Hands, which are both bangers. But I don't even really like this kind of music,
Yeah.
but it fucking slaps. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I was getting down to all three of these songs,
It's good
and
shit. Yeah, like, Subways of Your Mind is more like that, like, new wave kind of post-punk thing.
mhm.
It's kinda sounds similar like The Cure or, like, Joy Division. The other 2 are, like, totally different songs, but, like, very 80s as well in their, play and production style as well.
Yeah, you can tell they were finding their sound because none of the songs really seem like the, well, you can tell it's the same band, but they don't have
Like a
their
signature
sound.
sound.
Yeah, like what do
Yeah.
you call it? Just nailed down yet.
Yeah.
I don't know where the live one came from.
Yeah, so it was on the Mysterious Song subreddit. I believe it was the same Reddit user or maybe a different guy who also got in contact with one of the members of Fex, and they sent him over a live version, which was where they played a club somewhere in Berlin in '85, and this was recorded live there.
Yeah,
And what's even better is the band members apparently are still in touch with each other, even though they've
yeah,
done separate things musically and all that. And there is a planned reunion for Effects to re-record this song. So hopefully, probably not by the end of the year, sometime in the next few months, we're gonna get a updated version of Subways of Your Mind. It's
yeah.
awesome.
The reason I said to remember the DX7 is because this
Yeah,
picture is one of the last ones that came in.
literally, and that's the tape.
Yeah.
That's
Woo-
that's the
woo.
tape right there. And also apparently there's been a fourth song that they found from Fex. I just saw on the subreddit here. It was posted a few hours ago.
Oh yeah, what's it called?
It's called Jenny. It says.
Okay.
So
Well, I
that's
can't
something
wait.
for you guys to check out, and we're gonna check out after we get off the air here.
Yeah, I'm putting it in my list here. Jesus Christ, there's already like five, like 15 for like 15 minutes ago, like a whole bunch of them popped up on YouTube.
Oh yeah, people are making like their own artwork and stuff on there now. Now that I think it's pretty much confirmed that this is the band right now. So